There has been an outbreak of cholera in Lagos State. Report has it that about 60 patients have been hospitalized and about 5 deaths has occurred due to extreme dehydration and also late presentation. Lagos State is doing a whole lot in this regard. There's been heightened vigilance and also on adoption of precautionary measures to prevent and also contain the spread of this disease. On this edition of the program, our guest today is the chairman, Nigeria Medical Association, Lagos State chapter. He'll be telling us how to recognize this disease in terms of signs and symptoms and how to also prevent the spread. This edition is one edition that you mustn't miss. If you're somewhere, anywhere around, grab a glass of water, sit down and learn today of all the things he'll be talking about on today's edition of the program. My name is Nkem Okibe. We'll go on a short break. When we return, you'll meet my guests.
Cholera is a life-threatening disease that can lead to death and high mortality. And therefore, it's a preventive disease which can be prevented that allow it to occur due to the health system of the state or the local government. And the main causes the main causes are number one, when there's inadequate water treatment. When the water is not treated very well, people are taking on poorly treated water. It can lead to somebody can take water that is not from borehole, from stream, from contaminated water. Also, what also can cause is poor hygiene. If there is a poor hygiene, because of poor hygiene, it can lead to diarrhea. And the last one is the sanitation. If there is a proper sanitation, like the channels, the gutters, if they are not well managed, they are full, especially during the rainy period, increasing the level of diarrhea because people are playing with the flood, especially flood. When there is a flood, due to the poor drainage system and poor sanitation, it can increase the level of having diarrhea. Where we normally is from the statistics that are available is more in a urban suburban area and also in highly populated area. Like from what the Ministry of Health under the epidemiology department, they find out that is more at the Lagos Central, while after Lagos Central is the Lagos West, while it's lesser at the Lagos East. But if you look at the graph, it's more around Lagos Island, part of Etiosa, and some part of Kosofe local government. That's why you have suburban urban slum and also highly populated area in Lagos. And what causes it, as I said, is the poor sanitary system and also poor hygiene, and with the poorly treated water that people are taking. What normally happens, it can occur in different ways. One, if there is a flood, flood will spread into the houses. It can even spread into the stream where people are taking water. Even it can even spread into the borehole if there is a linkage between the fecal matter, the tank, and the borehole. From that, there's a linkage from that. Even the feces can go into that borehole and that water become contaminated. The other thing it can also happen is that the way we also treat water, people can just get any water anyhow. Some people don't have water in their house. They use this malam, and I don't know where they are collecting this water. From that water, I don't know where they are collecting. They just go to any place. They can collect water from the stream. And what happens to people? People just take that water like that. And also this what we call pure water, not really pure, in the sense that Some even we have seen cases where you look at where they are even making this pure water, you see some even the place even more dirtier than the house. Even you can see some people just put the what they call it, the nylon inside running water without being treated. They call it pure water. Even the bottled water also, they just put inside a tap or contaminated water, and they will sell it. Those are the where we get it, either through the flood or through what we call pure water, through the what we call pure bottled water, or even in the house when there's a linkage between the sockaway and the borehole. Those are also what also can cause it is the food that we eat, because the food can be contaminated in a flood area where you have your food. If you have where there is a food, or this the way they are selling food in the market, which people always get in the market, they display food on the floor. When they display food on the floor, the house fly, fecal matter, everything, what they now do at the end of the day, people will start taking it. Even if you go to the market where they are selling meat, when you get there, you see that the meat is on the floor, and what we do is the same thing. You take it to the home. Some people cook it very well, some may not even cook it very well. At the end of the day, people get to contaminate, especially the vegetables. The vegetables that are being contaminated, and those are the things we have to look at and preventing, in the sense that there be a good also there's poor sanitation. The gutter is the drainage is flooded, is full. There are no daily evacuation and make it clear. Even when you get to VI, I'm talking of VI, it's very flooded because the poor drainage system can also spread into the lagoon, from lagoon spread into some area which they don't have drainage at all. At the end of the day, the cholera outbreak will come up. The cholera is caused by the virus called fibro-cholerae, and what the symptoms are can be a mild one. It can present mild, moderate, and severe. And the you can get mild, moderate, and severe. The mild one, you may not feel any symptom. You just see the person is stooling, that is diarrhea. That person is stooling. That when the person is stooling, that is mild one. When you have a moderate one, that person have a slight symptoms like vomiting, like along with the diarrhea. When the diarrhea become profuse, especially with a rice water like, it look like a rice like water like diarrhea, you know we are talking about the cholera. And when it become severe, it become a profuse diarrhea with other symptoms like serious profuse vomiting, cramp, muscle cramp, lethargic, weakness. Even some people can go into shock. Therefore, it's better to prevent it than allow it. It also depends on how we are going to manage it in view of the presentation. Yeah, the cholera can have anybody, it doesn't have any age, but it's more from 2 years upward. Therefore, no relation. But the only thing why people are seeing children, because if children lose water, the symptom really comes off immediately compared to the adult that have enough water. Little amount of water from children, it lead to symptoms. Even that why they go into shock with little amount of water being lost through diarrhea. That's why you see a majority of them are children. And again, in adult, you know the way we behave in adults go and treat themselves until when they become severe before the adult present themselves at the hospital. But when they see children, the first thing, the mother or the father will not allow that one to stay at home. They just go to the hospital. That's why the cases that are being reported most of the time are children compared to the adults. There is a mild one, like I said, no symptom, just diarrhea. You can use oral rehydration or therapy. In which case, what you do, even we make it easier. Before, when they started mixing salt and water. But now there's a preparation. You go to market, you buy it, and make sure you are giving back. What we are rehydrating the person is when the person is losing water, which is the very important part of the body, the best thing is to replace it back. That's what they are drinking. When you replace it back with the water the person is drinking. As he's losing, you are replacing it back in order to balance it up. If the loss is more than what you are replacing back, that patient cannot lead into a symptoms. That symptom is the vomiting. Some have vomiting, weakness, lethargic. Even someone can go into shock. But when you have a moderate or severe one, that person should go to the hospital. That means that person has been streaming despite oral therapy you are using. That person has to go to the hospital. You have to be given the necessary, especially the intravenous fluid and other necessary management. You be given them. And especially if you see a child or anybody that's more than 2 times, you must go to the hospital. If the child has 2 with vomiting, you must go to the hospital. Because the time if you have vomiting, you cannot tolerate. Therefore, oral radiation cannot, because the one you are taking, you are vomiting now. The best thing, you go to the hospital. You go to the hospital for proper treatment.
My name is Nkem Okibe, and you're welcome to this week's edition of Health Watch.
Infertility can be defined as inability to conceive in a couple.
Looking at this, one tooth is out. So how do you adjust this?
One, there is really no age limit to orthodontic treatment.
Okay, then exercise. Sometimes most of us, we don't know what we have in exercise. When you exercise, there's a rush of good hormones that can energize you, that can temporarily put you out of what you are feeling.
There's much we can take on this week's edition of Health Watch. Remember, I normally say that health conscious people live longer.
Normally, during salad period, the diarrhea increases. That's normal. Even when there is no outbreak like this, because people will eat meat, contaminated meat, and then you see after salad period, you see increases of diarrhea. It might not be a cholera, but now it's a bomb. The situation we have in outbreak now, we will now add that one to the salad period. It will become a serious problem. What they have to do, clear the drainage. They must clear the drainage. The Ministry of Environment, Ministry of Health, and the other controlling agency in the state should work together and have a meeting. You have to prevent this thing. What you are going to do, to clear the drainage, they also have to make sure that, because also what even increases is the rainy period. They have to look, also go to draining the lagoon, draining the lagoon, and increase and reduce the level of the water on the river bed or lagoon bed. That will also allow flow of it. And also they have to come out and educate people, especially Lagosian, about hygiene. Go to the market, especially in the market, work with the geologist at this period in order to make sure that all markets are being monitored now. Any market that violating sanitation should be locked now, and make sure that they follow the sanitation. And also what they also have to do, the government to set this what they call it from the local government inspection officer to different houses and look and check their drainage, check their sockaway, and make sure that it's clean. Therefore, government should be at the top of it. Yes, what we call oral cholera vaccine is there. We have oral cholera vaccine, which government should try to probably put into the immunization this. And what they have to do is to make sure that, especially this period, people should be given vaccine, especially in children. And that we have oral cholera vaccine, which can be used just for preventive measures. We have the oral, it's available, and government should make use of it, especially in a suburban, in a urban slum or highly desolate, densely populated area. You have to look at also outside the outskirts of the main Lagos, around the far away Lagos, because those places even worse than the urban center, because there are no drainage, the way they put their feces, the way they do all these things, and when there is a flood or when there is rain, it increases. The best thing government should try to bring in issue of immunization with oral vaccine. Yeah, I find for the concern is that one, the sanitation method, they have to make sure that the environment is clean, and they have to make sure that the sockaway is well kept. If the one that are broken, they should repair it, and also their borehole, because with their borehole, if there's any fault there, they go and repair it and do the proper thing. And the other thing they have to do, that the food they buy outside, they should make sure they clean it very well, especially fruit or vegetable. Clean it very well before they eat. Somebody just pick things and eat. That to clean it very well. And the food, the meat, fish, they should cook it very well at a very high temperature, probably to reduce the spread. And what the Lagosians also have to do is to make sure that especially those in the market, they have to do sanitation. Even if you are doing it once in a week, this time around they should increase to 2 or 3 times in a week in order to reduce the spread. And also the contamination, it can be contaminated. Anybody that is stealing, if you want to treat anybody that is stealing, put a glove or put something before you carry that person to hospital. But by the time you are treating the person, try to prevent yourself being contaminated. If you are contaminated, you are contaminating other people. And again, if somebody is having stooling for 3 times, don't stay. Let the person go to the hospital and get proper treatment. Those that tourist people that are coming to Lagos, they also have to be very vigilant. Do the same thing. Make sure food they are buying, they clean it very well, or the food, or they boil it very well, and also maintain good sanity and better hygiene, and take a well treated water.
Thank you so much, Chairman, Nigerian Medical Association, Lagos State Chapter. He has said a whole lot. In fact, we all need to be very, very vigilant. If you're coming into Lagos, if you are a tourist, for everybody, and you heard that it's not just for only children, even adults could also get infected. So what do you need to do? You need to stay as clean as possible, increase the hygiene in your environment, make sure your environment is clean, make sure you take clean water, make sure you wash your fruits, your vegetables, and make sure you cook your meals very well, especially meat and fish. Okay, up next is a feature on how to manage stress. I know that a lot of people are actually stressed, especially if you stay in Lagos State. So see this feature with me and learn what to do and how to manage stress. On a daily basis, as humans, we have lots of activities that keep us busy and can get one stressed, if not properly managed. Although stress can come in diverse ways and it is interpreted differently. Stress is any type of change that causes physical, emotional, or psychological strain.
Stress can actually affect the body health-wise, can affect the mental state. And in extreme case, it could actually lead to suicide. See some people taking their lives because they can't manage stress. Because stress is an inability to cope with mental or emotional pressure. And every day, of course, in Lagos, every day you see a lot of stress. You encounter stress, even not in your workplace, in your house.
Stress cannot be hidden. Everyone experiences stress from time to time.
One of the signs of stress or physical signs of stress is high blood pressure, headache, which can lead to high blood pressure. So if this is not properly managed, it could actually lead to cardiac problem. You have cardiac arrest, can actually have kidney problem like renal failure. And such case is difficult to manage. And sometimes, again, you can actually have arthritis, as extreme cases of stress, where you have the arthritis of the knee, osteoarthritis, you have the rheumatoid arthritis of the hands, then the ones of the spinal cord called spondylolysis.
Stress comes in different degrees. However, it can be managed with some healthy tips, such as regular exercise, seeking support from loved ones, relaxation techniques, and better ways of coping with the situation at hand. All we can take on this edition of Health Watch. Remember that I usually say health conscious people live longer. So what you need to do right now is to ensure that you also share this information to your family, to your loved ones, and make sure that whatever it is you're taking into your mouth is very clean. If it's water, if it's food, ensure that it is clean. Also ensure that your environment is clean enough, all right? And that's it. If you have questions, if you have comments, if you have inquiries, of course you want to sponsor this program, then send a mail to okibeinkem@gmail.com or send a message only to 07060865487. Thank you so much for being part of this week's edition of the program. See you next week.